And we're back. Howdy y'all, this is Bonreal, back at it again, giving you that gay shit you love while playing some more Earthbound. So last time we were here, we completed the Phase Distorter, a device that's going to let us travel to the final area of the game, but we got paused for the drama of it all by Dr. Annihilation, who has some plot to drop on us. But this time around, it's time to reminisce, because for y'all who've been sticking with me through and watched this, I hope that you've grown gayer and more powerful alongside of me. And, we've watched these 4 children murder their way across at least 5 different cities and expand their psychic powers, so everything's coming to a head here because we are going to the final area of the game. So let's go ahead and get into it. What's the deal, Dr. Andonats? This is very hard for me to tell you, but oh shit. Man, someone's about to drop some drama when they start walking. Okay, what's good? What's going on? In order to defeat Gygus, who is attacking from the past, you must warp to the past. Okay. This can be done by the way of the Phase Distorter 3. However, the machine cannot warp living things, life forms. Life is demolished in the process of warping. The only way to accomplish the time travel is to transfer your brain program into a robot, and send the robot to the past. Okay. The transfer means that your spirit will go with the robot, while your body is left behind. I cannot promise that your spirit will come back after the battle in the past, yet you must understand that you 4 are the chosen ones. Do you still wish to face Gygus by traveling to the past? Well hell, we're already here, we might as well. Now the game baits you a little bit. Well, not necessarily baits you, but if you're playing this game when it came out, you would probably think you'd look like a robot like Mega Man or some shit, or you just have an arm cannon, or at least like a chainsaw or something, and just really just be a murder machine, but you end up looking a little bit goofy, but that's just very much in the style of Earthbound. But here we're having a cutscene of our skulls being ripped open to suck out the soul juice or whatever they're going to use to put inside those robots. And that's my excuse to update y'all on what's going on with me a little bit. I am actually getting ready to go to work. I have work in an hour and 30 minutes. I'm going to try to record this video maybe 25 minutes and upload it as I am heading to work, and then I'll check back in after I get off to see how y'all are doing. Hopefully I'll just be having a gay old time, because I am basically just shelving shit today. But anyway, Ness, Paula, Pooh, Jeff, my son, there's no turning back now. Ness, activate the Phase Distorter 3 by your own hand, thereby following your own destiny. Will you do so? And if you say no, you get a little bit of flavor dialogue. That's pretty cute. I see. Well, Jeff, you do it then. Okay, Jeff's the one who's gonna do it. Only a few people know of your amazing courage, but the number of people you save through that bravery is immense. I feel very fortunate to be present at the beginning of this monumental undertaking. Okay, well, we're off to go fuck this boss then, so let's do it. We get warped to the past, and I'm not gonna lie, this is a really boring final area. The only thing that makes it interesting is the sheer amount of enemies that are trying to fucking murder these kids, because good lord, there are a lot of enemies in this area. The spawn rate is extremely high. But we get greeted with our new bodies. Like I said, we don't look like Mega Man or nothing, but, we're pretty, angular, we got a lot of angles on us, which honestly, this is the ideal form. I just love a really boxy shape on something. But I'll explain what I mean by that later. In the meantime, we got some enemies to kill. So, if you're new here, because I think I might post this up on Reddit, I'm Bonreal, and I'm gay, I talk about gay shit. So, don't expect me to be really pontificating on Earthbound too much here, because, while this game is cute, the battles can be a little bit repetitive, and on top of that, I'm really just using this as an excuse to deposit that homo shit in people's ears, so you have to get into it if you're new. But, what I've been thinking about, and actually what encouraged me to record this video before I headed out for the day, was I was actually thinking about my gaming icons. That's gaming without the Y, but I guess also, gay gaming too influences. And what I mean by that is there are some people that I've met throughout my life playing video games that have just, like, really left a really big-ass impression on me. And you know, I realize that some of those people actually, like, I still quote them, or, like, a lot of the things I do now are influenced by them. And I think the biggest one for me is this person who went by the name of CP, who I played World of Warcraft with. And well, let me back up. So, I've mentioned before in my previous videos that, you know, finding boyfriends and getting crushes through online games is basically like the gay gamer rite of passage. It's like, it's just something most of us do, because it's safer than finding someone IRL when you're younger. And it's just something that just eventually happens. I mentioned that something that's real common is people just assume that homosexuals are women when playing online games a lot because of some of the speech patterns or typing patterns we have. And that's not everyone, but, you know, it's common enough that it's basically a meme for me. But, ooh, excuse me, I almost burped. You know, when I was playing World of Warcraft, when I first started, what actually got me playing was this guy I liked, who I had played MapleStory with. I've already talked about him before. He actually had started playing World of Warcraft with his friends, and I got pissed because he basically ditched me to play with them. And I was like all really in mega ultra gay love 420 with him. So I was like, well, I gotta get on this shit too, man. Like, I don't want this dude to forget about me, because I was real desperate and real sad. And basically, what had ended up happening, oh shit, Mom, we're getting exploded to death. Well, we should win in one round, so I don't think we're gonna get a game over. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. There's a good chance that we will die on screen, because this area is just extremely saturated with enemies that want to kill us. Actually, we're good. Okay, good. We're just gonna use PSI. Life up Omega. But anyway, I was playing World of Warcraft with this guy because of this guy, basically. And I remember my first character was a Tauren Druid, and I had never played an MMO like Warcraft or World of Warcraft before. I had always been playing KMMOs, and those go through booms and busts. Like, they're very pretty, but, like, they just don't have that sticking power that WoW has had in the past and the present, honestly. But I had moved from MapleStory to playing World of Warcraft, and I played the free trial first, and I was like, holy shit, this is so cool, and I'm a little overwhelmed. And then, eventually, the guy I was talking to, or that guy that I mentioned, we got into a fight over something, and we basically stopped talking, and that left me with just World of Warcraft by myself, because I didn't have anyone to play with. And so I just started exploring and shit. But sadly, I ran out of the free trial, and my little gay mind was like, okay, I don't got a boy to waste time on, so I need to find something to do. And so eventually, I found out about private servers, and I played on this private server. I wish I remembered what it was called, but it's gone now, because a lot of them are gone, and they don't last that long. But I played on this private server. It was pretty legit. It had scripting on boss fights, and, you know, just a lot of the draws of a good Warcraft private server. And I started playing on there. And there was this one person who just, like, blew my little gay black mind out the water because of just how cool he was. He was really like an idol for me, almost. And I'm blushing a little bit saying that because that's so fucking dweeby. But that's also, like, I don't know, that's just really, it's real gay. And it's also just real nerdy, too. It's like, you know, I couldn't really be engaged in social situations with my peers, so I turned to the internet. And so, like, here I was, basically, idolizing this fucking internet nerd, and thinking about how cool he is. But anyway, so he played a Ret Paladin, and this was during sometime during the middle of Burning Crusade, and during that period in time, Ret Paladins, or Retribution Paladins, were really fucking strong. And he, unlike most of the other people on the server, basically only played PvP. and he played a Ret Pally, like I said, and he also played with his friend, too. His friend didn't like me, incidentally. I kind of suspect his friend was gay, and was just being really protective, or just being, I don't know, he just did not like me for some reason. I didn't even really do anything, I just kind of sat around and watched them, because they were just so fucking cool. And what he would do is basically, he would just murder people, and y'all might be saying, well, that just sounds like he's griefing, and the thing is that he would basically just say, you know, I'm posted up in the arena if anyone wants to come, check out what's going on here, and people would come, and it would be people who had, like, bought items through donating to the server, and he would just murder the shit out of them, and then, you know, he talked a lot of shit, basically. This is the point I'm trying to get to. He talked a lot of shit. Like, he would just be like, damn, boy, you really went out there and bought all that shit and still got your ass destroyed. And people would just rage and rage at him, and he would just, for one, not respond to them. One of my favorite things he would do is, like, he had this one person who really didn't like him. The person played a Forsaken Rogue, and he would try to kill him in Gurubashi Arena all the time, and he would just get his face annihilated off. And he would get so pissed, he would just, like, nerd rage the fuck down, and he would just nerd rage in general chat and talk about how easy Ret Pally is and how fucking garbage this game is because they let people be OP, and I just XD'd. But CP would never respond to him, but what I found out what he would do is he would actually, he would actually send him in-game mail. He would send him in-game mail, because in Warcraft you can mail people letters, and he would actually not respond to him in general chat. He would send him in-game mail with, like, a message giving him advice on how to be better, and then, like, send him, like, a few copper or whatever, and be like, here's a tip to get you started, kiddo. And I just thought that was the coolest shit on the planet. So Paula died, but that's totally fine, honestly. Because, actually, you know what? We might need to use a P. Ooh, shit, ma. That's not good. Oh no! This is what I get for talking too fucking much. We're gonna, you know, pray that we kill this thing abruptly. I think we should be good, though. I think we should be good. Oh shit, ma, we're not good. We're not good. We're not good. We're not good at all. Okay, well, we got a life up. Fuck. What the shit? Okay, whatever. That's fine. So, we're just gonna revive. Actually, we're gonna run away. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna try this again, though. Let me go ahead and revive these nerds. That's a little bit embarrassing. I got really enraptured in this story, because it's real funny. He just, I don't know, he was just so, honestly, he was a little bit, like, he's just really mean, and I fucking love the shit out of that. I love the idea of just sending someone in-game mail instead of responding to them in general chat. And, like, just sending someone, like, just straight up sending someone a letter telling them that they're fucking trash and that they should get better instead of complaining in front of all these people. And that he's sorry it took him a while to get to him, to respond, but he was busy winning all the time, so he didn't have time to type to him. And I just thought that was so fucking funny. I loved it. Eventually, that guy who didn't like CP, someone actually reported him to, like, a GM, but it was a private server GM, so they weren't gonna do shit. And was like, this person's harassing me by sending me letters, and eventually that dude ended up actually getting banned, because he just, like, raged so hard. It was really funny, and CP didn't get banned at all. And I just XD'd, I was all about it. But he was like a rock star to me, honestly, and he was one of my gay idols, because I don't know, I love when people are fucking just mean. Well, not mean. Actually, that's not it. I don't like that he's mean, because he never really actively went after anyone. It's like, if you lost to him, and you started basically saying that he wasn't good, he would just not show you any mercy, and he would just be like, shut the fuck up, nerd. And I'm just all about it, honestly. Oh shit, goddammit. Welp. Awkward. That's fine though. Pooh probably is not gonna die. Although Paula is probably about to kill herself. Nope, actually she is resistant right now. However, I might just be about to kill my entire team. Yeah. I got Earthbounded, Mom. Alright, so I'm probably gonna take this as a sign that I need to end the video pretty soon here anyway, because I need to get ready for work. But I am probably, let's see, I could probably fill out maybe 4 or so more minutes of time here. So let's go ahead and get everyone healed up and revived, and we'll just make it so that we get to the end of this area, and then that'll be the stopping point. But, you know, I probably could be paying a little bit more attention to what's going on in the game, but honestly, you know, I'm bubbling. I have all this gay energy that I gotta release, so that is partly why I was talking about this, but I think the reason why CP was so endearing to me was just because, you know, it was just the confidence, you know? It was the confidence and the audacity, because I was just a little, I don't know how to describe it. Like, there are a lot of contradictions in how I was as a younger person. You know, I was really shy and socially anxious, but I also had a really smart mouth at the same time. And so it went back and forth where I would just, like, avoid people a lot, and then also be, like, a little bit confrontational, so I don't know. I also spent a lot of time just avoiding people in general and trying not to be in social situations, because like I've mentioned before, I was bullied a lot when I was younger. But, you know, that's why I'm a Let's Player, basically. I've always said that being gay kind of made me into a nerd, inadvertently, because I couldn't really do sports or anything, despite the fact that I sometimes think sports are interesting. So I ended up just playing video games and finding community that way, which is pretty thumbs up. And now I'm here, years later, talking about a nerd that inspired me. I wonder how he's doing, honestly. He's a pretty confident person. I know he had a job or something. He was also a good bit older than me. I think he was... Actually, that's not true. It felt like it, but he was in his mid or late 20s, because I know he was in college. But... maybe I could talk about Earthbound a little bit for the last minute or so I record. You know, these enemies are all very annoying, because they all have some sort of effect in battle that makes them extremely... They just do shit, you know? I don't even know where that extremely was going, really. It's like, it's hard to quantify it. They either murder you, or they revive other enemies, basically, or they heal themselves to full health, and so it makes it very hard to end the battles quickly, unless you kill them in one round or so. But it looks like this is the end of this area, so we're gonna go ahead and jump on through here, and I'll do my outro real quick. So, thank y'all for watching, I hope you have a good one, and... bye? Yeah, let's just say goodbye. See ya.